everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Got over 800 audios available for your listening pleasure. We try to add as often as we can, sometimes multiple times per week, to this content list. And we try to do that for your listening pleasure and so that people can get some pearls of wisdom upon occasion. In any event, it is my sincere hope that you're getting something from the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment below if there's a topic you'd like to see covered and it hasn't been yet. Today's topic is how to make yourself more likable to other people. And if you're kind of dealing with just social anxiety, especially coming back after the pandemic, it's amazing to me how many coaching clients I have right now who are having to kind of back down on their panic, back down on their anxiety and such. Ultimately, what's there? Anyway, if that's you, please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either one will get you where you need to be. The first thing is giving without expectation. So that is I guess you'd say a meaningful thing to look at in the nature of things. And so if you are wanting to be more likable and more approachable, giving without expectation is one of the most important things you can do on any level. Connecting with a, variance of connectivity in a manner that is helping you to catch up with the real world in a meaningful way. In other words, what we're looking at is the reality of kind of coming to a place where you are more naturally a likable person, and that could be just something where you are willing to sacrifice without expectation, and that's extremely difficult for many people in especially Western culture. Expectation of attention, expectation of financial gain, expectation of emotional stability or commitment for someone to be there for us they're all things that people begin to expect at a deeper level, even on a subconscious level. And so it is very rare for people to give without expectation. The next is a willingness to share their flaws. So when a person is willing to be vulnerable in a social situation, they automatically are more relatable and therefore more likable. If a person can relate to you, it's easier to like you. If they feel like you feel you are above them, then that ultimately leads to a separation point, and people aren't as vulnerable or honest in return. And so it can get extremely difficult when people are not willing to show any emotional vulnerability. The next thing is positivity that's genuine. So everybody can kind of extend fake positivity, and I think that's the culture that has kind of taken over the self-help and self-awareness model of the last 30 or so years is, just try to be positive, but actually look for things that there are to be positive about and be genuine about it. And people can tell when you're genuine versus when you're not. And so finding a way to give a compliment that is real and you're expecting nothing in return. You're just giving the compliment because you have the ability to give it. And that's the thing too, looking at the ability to make a positive difference and looking for the opportunity to make a positive difference on a consistent level is one of the most important things that any person can do on a balanced basis. The next thing is being willing to give compliments that are real and that they don't come with a cost or a cause. Then finding where does a person care, how does a person care, and ultimately getting to that level of showing compassion and concern for a fellow human being without necessarily having to have a solution or giving advice unless it's solicited or asked for. So often people start to give advice and it hasn't been asked for. All people really want is a listening ear and maybe some advice at a later point, but they just want to feel understood, valued, and validated. And so often people try to force themselves and their ideas into what other people are looking at and thinking. The last thing is positive body language. So keeping one's arms open, making consistent eye contact on purpose, trying to find ways to smile and show other signs of lightness and airiness in communicating. These are all useful things to do when trying to be more likable. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.